Hello everybody, it's Tuesday morning, I'm down the plot. I hope you enjoyed the Sunday and Monday video this past week. Very proud, very happy with how I came on the leek show for the first attempt. Now the preparation begins for the next lot of shows as well. Now the next show will be Beamish on the 7th September. I've got some onions to pick up as well. I've got to go dig my onions up from Grandad's. Then take them down to the show. See what happens with them. So I'll show you them at the time. I've come down the garden because pal of mine play the same pool team. Mickey came down to pick some of the leeks up because he's going to make minestrone soup for the pool lads on Wednesday night. He's going to save some for me as well. Now this week's going to be cut a little bit short. We're having a bit of family time of the weekend, so I'm going to show you what I can get up to over the next few mornings before I head to work. Down the plot now. I am a bit late, so I will be heading off shortly, but I've just spotted a problem with one of the marrows. So on the marrows, of course, we had the, this. I just placed it on this tin there, just on top of there, just so that it wasn't touching the floor for rotting. Well, that was a bit of a mistake. It was the one that was attached here, because all it did was get the slugs underneath it. As you can see them there. I'll be moving them, and what's happened is, this is the underside of the marrow. It's been munched on. And that wasn't like that 2 days ago, definitely not. But not a bad size. There's the first marrow picked in anyways. But it's a bit of a shame that it done. But anyways, what comes from that is that, and to be quite honest, that needed to come off anyways, because it means now that I'll put that down 2 seconds. All of the plant's energy now is going to be going into this one. As you can see, it's getting a lot bigger as well. Now I've taken some advice, and the vine, I've dug it out a little bit so that it's not so tight at the back. Now I know people's opinions on the slug pellets, and I don't like using them, but this is the marrow that I want to take to Harrogate. I'm not taking no chances and no risks, so I've put some slug pellets down. Alright, it's like I say, it's not my cup of tea, but this is the last one and it's the only chance I've got. So I've got that one. I've put some sand under this one here as well. So I've got that one growing, and I've got the backup there as well, so I might be able to take one to Malvern, see what happens. But in the meantime, that's the main priority for the Harrogate show, along with the tomatoes. So yeah, that's what's happened with the marrows anyway. Keep an eye on the cabbages and stuff, and making sure they're all alright. Shouldn't be too much longer and they're all finished and hearted up. Behind us, like I showed you last week, the cauliflower and broccoli, they will be ready to come up shortly, so I can put them in the freezer. I've done alright with them, to be honest. They're not the biggest of heads, but they'll definitely get a good, with the majority of the amount that I've got here, definitely get a good few dinners out of them. As you can see, there's a nice broccoli there. Now I've got a few more which are just sitting on the top. I'll come back. There's one there. Obviously there's rows of broccoli and rows of cauliflower in here. Because they're getting so big and trying to overtake each other, I don't know what's and what, so I'll have to get this cover off possibly next couple of days just to see what it's like. I've also finished off with these carrots. That's them done. Won't be doing any more of them. That's it. Not in the sand. I'm going to do them in the compost next year, depending on how these turn out. Now these are looking canny this week, I look forward to pulling them out in a couple of weeks' time to see what they're like. Hello. Happy Friday. I'm at home, back garden. I've got a day off work. In fact, I've got the whole weekend off work. But I will be heading away with the family this weekend. So I'm just getting everything sorted out, making sure everything's watered and things like that before I head off. I'll go down the plot just to do something with the marrows, then get stuff ready to go. But I just wanted to show you the dahlias and everything else that's happening in the greenhouse before I leave. I got off Robert Reed, all coming into bloom. Now I have been outside, of course, so they've left to the elements. This one here is Winhome Diane. This has been blooming for a little while now. I'm just deadheaded it as well. We've got the canola challenger here as well. Here's a new one that I haven't shown you. That's a bonny one. And this one here, I believe, is Sherwell Grib. It's a big decorative. Big-headed decorative. I've got the pom-pom varieties here as well. So this one is the Decara Superb. That's a nice one. And also my favourite of the lot, which is the Miss Kennedy. It's a nice one, isn't it? These went absolutely berserk, these cosmos. Absolutely berserk. You can't even see the geraniums underneath. I've got the cabbages down there as well, the brigadier cabbages, which I need to pull up when I get back. This all needs to be cleared out as well. But there's still plenty flowering. Some flowers are just getting blown all over. You get them staked up. That one there is just ginormous. It's a big one. It's probably the biggest one I've got. I do have them ones across there as well, which are facing the wrong way. But at least I've had some form of nice flower show. I've got the zinnias down there as well, which are bonny. I've taken 2 of these dahlias inside the greenhouse here, just to keep them off the elements, because I want to see if I can take a couple of some shows. Now, I don't want them ones there like that, so I'm just going to take one of them off, because I don't want too many heads to come up, taking all the effort from the one bud itself. So I'll just take them off. But I've got this one and I've got this one here, which is opening up. That's going to be a nice one. Which one's that one? Let's have a quick look here. Oh, it's not. It's the Winholm Diane. That's the one that I took with the top off. So I took the top off the Winholm Diane just to get some more stock, and I managed to save it. This one here, which I'm starting to open up. I think that's the. I think that's already done. I'm not sure. That's the Canara Superb. So hopefully you see what happens with them. The other things that's happening here, you can see there one of the giant tomatoes is starting to redden off. But also with that, this one is the one with the dreaded blossom end rot. So as you can see, big tomato, but covered in blossom end rot. Now the other plant on that side hasn't got it, so far so good. There's no other tomatoes on this one. There's I just know that tomatoes worth for sure, so I'm just going to keep it going and see if I can get a tomato for eating off. There's one forming on there already. There's probably another one somewhere else as well, but I've got 2 on this one here. That one's the biggest one. Let's have to see what goes with that one. My loofah is at the back there as well. I'll see if I can get you in the back. That's ready to be picked. I want to pick that when I come back. The Thunder Mountain chili is starting to produce flowers, and it's actually getting really tall now as well. And all this is in is a 3-litre air pot. That's that one down there. Joe's long chilies are doing fine. They're green, they're Joe's, they're long. There we go. Witchy's fingers. I'm hoping for them to ripen off, and if they turn nice and red, I'm hoping to show them at Harrogate, holes and all, just for experience. And the tomatoes at the back here, which I got from my Grandad, Dave, they were potted on as yellow tomatoes. Now I didn't know if they were yellow tomatoes. He gave us the packet and it was golden on it, so the yellow tomatoes. Well, I'm pleased to announce that they are actually yellow tomatoes. They're ripening off yellow, which is fantastic. Look at that system, look at the roots on there. That's halfway up the stem. Tomatoes are funny creatures, funny tomato plants. You can see there that this Joe's long chili starting to actually turn red on the bottom as well. Yeah, but that's, I mean, these plants, I'll turn you around and show you how high they are. They're about chest height. Really big. Right, I'm going to go down to the plot, I'm going to get myself sorted out with the marrows, and I'm going to start getting myself prepared to head over and see the kids at the caravan. Well, I'm in my Grandad's garden. He's just pulling things out at the minute. I want to show you how well he's done. So he's got his onions here, he's pulled up. Got some nice size onions. Nice size onions there. And he's got his shallots. Shallots here as well. Done alright with them. I came in and the man's at it. He's busy digging his potatoes out. And I tell you what, he's getting some pork and potatoes. They're better than the ones I've done. How hard you got on R60? Is that how you like to tell people? Yes, 60. Very windy here today, but he has the tatties he's pulled out so far. Oh, I'm coming for my potatoes. The worm. Look at that. He's got all sorts on the go. He's got the pea pods on there. These ones turnips. Not on the turnips. Not them ones anyways. Ah, you're constant with blackberries. This is what happens if you don't maintain your strawberry patch. Goes wild. Got more potatoes at the back there. One thing I pointed out straight away was the apple trees and the pear tree. Look at that. Look at the apples on there. Look clean as a whistle. Pears on that pear tree there as well. You've got some nice corn across there as well. Grandad's done really well this year. Got some beans and stuff there as well. These tomatoes. That's locked. You can see tomatoes there. Constant with the tomatoes. We've got the. Which ones are these ones? Are these Shirley ones?
No, the middle ones.
Middle ones with the Shirleys. These Gardner's Delight then? Money, they're money makers. Money maker. Yeah, he's taking all the leaves off the bottom. He's just growing these in pots this year. He rotates it every year. He grows in pots one year and in the ground the next. You can see by that bucket that's there. He's only got it a quarter of the way filled. Very good.
Ready?
I'm ready. Look at that, man. How many seed potatoes did you put in there?
One.
Just one seed potato.
One?
One seed potato, you're getting all of them off. That's amazing, that. Pigeon manure. So he's put on here this year, pigeon manure. Got a straggler there. Me. He's got more stragglers. More tomatoes as well. And that side. Just goes to show you don't have to fill the buckets up to have a good tomato crop. He just lets it go as well. It gets to go over the top. And he's always pulling tomatoes off. I'm really impressed with Grandad how he grows his tomatoes. And the last tunnel here, he's got his little tomatoes and he's got peppers in here as well. I mean, it's just like a bit of a jungle in here at the minute. Because these are all grown direct in the ground here. See, you've got peppers there, but they've been munched upon. There's more peppers at the back there as well. There's just tomatoes all over. It's great. Carrot bed. He always has poor carrots in here, but he keeps growing them. They're always that big. No matter where far you go down, they're always that big. Look at the top on that. Oh. Look at the top. Grandad, what's that? Shoulders of water. It's been dry spring for the last 4 years, hasn't it? Here's the onions that I give them to put in. As you can see, there's some cali size ones in there, like. They'll probably make good. They make decent quality onions, yeah. We've got leeks there as well. Ellie's that I give them. They've done exactly the same as what mine have done. A few of them rotted off at the back there as well. I win with the leeks. The competition's over, I win with the leeks. Right, it's time to head to my garden. One plant, one sweet potato, look at all them, fantastic. Keeps you going, keeps you motivated. Doesn't matter how hard you are. That's just cracking. I'm going to take a picture of that as well. Right, I'm going to head out to mine. Well, it's really windy today, isn't it? Seems like I've kind of lost a roof panel there. As you can see. This doesn't really make a difference anyways, because it needs to be, it's going to get chucked anyways. It's the top roof's going to come off and the side's going to come off as well, so I'm not really fussed, especially when I'm finished with it in here as well. Looks like the winds are getting the better of the roof. So that's a job to do when I come back. But for the meantime, let's take a look at the. I've got to pull one of these giant parsnips up, and I'll show you what it's like. Because the top was starting to rot away there, across the top, like canker sort of thing. But that was that's a giant parsnip, first attempt, and one of them anyways. This is a warrior parsnip. But as you can see with the tops, you've always got to be careful, wear gloves. Because if you don't, that happens, you get blisters. It's not the nicest. So I'll tell you where that'll be going. That'll be going onto compost heap. Everything else doing alright. I've got some tomatoes to pick off at the back there. My tomatoes have not been the best here, but I've got to take them off. I've had a few of them die due to blight by the looks of things. But these Roma tomatoes are starting to pile some weight on as well, which is good to see. Some nice plum tomatoes there. I've got some at the back ready to go. When I come back, I'll start doing some harvesting and stuff like that as well. Right, the one job I wanted to get done was the marrow. So I'm going to go and get sort of the marrow out. And again. What am I doing here? Well, this thing has put on an absolute ton of weight, ton of size as well. What I'm going to do is, because I've been advised, this bit here is tight, right? It's not moving much. So if that carries on happening and it continues to grow, the marrow is going to split. So what I need to do, I need to stop that from happening. I need to terminate the main vine, which is that one there, going down there. And use the secondaries, and the other ones that's coming off the sides, like this one here, and bury that. So I'm going to get my knife and I'm going to do done. No going back now, is there? So I'm going to lift that up, get it sorted underneath here. I need to use some sand or something, just because this is getting massive now. Look at it, it's absolutely ginormous. It's massive. I'm over the moon with the size of it. This was going to be going to Harrogate. Fingers crossed. Got a couple of weeks left, week and a half. But I'm going to have to sort the rest of this out now. So what I've done so far, I've just cleared off this main vine here. As you can see, there's plenty of secondary vines here as well. I'll be using this one here and burying that one now. And another one that's coming across here as well before I put the cover back on. I'm also going to get rid of all of the vines that's right close. So like that one there. I'm going to just bury that as far back as possible. Now there's plenty of movement on here now. Plenty of movement for to be able to move around. As you can see here, that's the reason as to why you bury the vines. You get nice roots on the bottom there, but I've just lifted it up so that there's plenty of space on there for this to move around. So yeah, I'm pleased with the way that's turned out so far. It's a good size. I'm going to measure it actually. But I've terminated the main vine. That's that sorted out. I need to dig the rest of them in and then cover it back over again. So that's what I'm going to get sorted now. Done very quickly. Actually in my wedding shoes as well. So I buried a couple of the vines. I buried a few more of the vines as well. There's the new lead vine, which is basically was the secondary vine. I've ended up losing about that much. I think that's the reason why you bury the vines. So it roots down. So that's it, all done. It's all in luck now. Look that it doesn't snap, and it shouldn't do. After what I've just done there, there's plenty of space to move now. So we'll just have to wait. I haven't got a tape measure, so I can't measure it. But it is getting it's the biggest marrow I've ever grown, and we'll see what happens when it comes to Harrogate. So on to the broccoli and cauliflower. Cauliflower needs to be cauliflower's bolting already. I'm going to start picking the cauliflower, the broccoli. Now that's the best broccoli head I've ever grown. It's the best broccoli I've ever grown. So I'm going to pick some of this to take it home to freeze. I'm just going to leave the rest to the open. So let's see what I can get off here. Cauliflowers are blowing, they're small again. I'm going to have to try a different variety because the varieties I'm picking up here are rubbish all year round. Snowball as well. Snowballs are very small. I thought I'd have a good crop with them. And that's bolted, it's tiny. There's another one there. It's tiny. They're no good to me. They're no good to me. But as for the broccoli, I've had a good show with the broccoli. There's a few heads there. There's 2, 3, well, there's 6 heads there. Same size as my hand. very, very pleased with them. I'm going to take them with us now, get them wash off, and we'll have some stir fry with them. I'm just going to leave them off. It doesn't make much difference now with the quality broccoli I've got. They'll grow still. So I'm going to leave them off and call it a day. Fancied new air freshener for the car. So I was down there picking the stuff up and I've noticed my lavender was lovely and it smelled lovely. So all I've done is pick a few, snip some off, tie it together on a bit of string, and I'm going to use this as a little bit of an air freshener in the car. It smells nice on the way down to where I'm going. Well, in the shed, this is me. It's for pretty much the weekend, I think, unless I show you a few things when I'm away. Let's show you the onions and how I've stored the goodies that I got from the £10 bulb collection. These onions are drying out nicely. All I've been doing is just giving them a turn every now and then, making sure that they're not damaged. Same with these ones as well. Better with two hands, like. And them ones as well. And they're all coming along all right. There's a bit of a mark on that one. It's a shame. I'm not pulling them back. I'm not pulling no more skins off them. But I'll show them as they are. But yeah. Anyways, the box. So I got the box. So I showed you last time round. I put them in here, but I put them in the mushroom trays. So the lilies are in there, and the gladiolas are in there. And the dahlias are here, which I'll sort out at a later time. I'm going to just leave them out in the shed so they're dry. There's air in here, it's fine as well. Got seeds and stuff in here as well, but this is it. It's me sorted. So I'll see what I get to over the weekend, see what adventures will be had. And I might be uploading this on Monday because the signal is not very good. So I'll put a message on before I leave here and just let you know. But so I'll see you when I see you. Hello, it's Monday. I'm back off my holidays. Me and the family went away for a few days down at Skipsea. Down, it was near Hull. Had a fantastic weekend away. Spent a lot more than I should have done. One of them caravan holiday park things. The kids had a blast, and so did we, to be honest. But back down to the garden now. On the way back, I did pick up something, which I'll show you in a second, and I'll just finish off the video. Show you my giant tomato. It's coming on all right. That 2 weeks to go. 3 tomatoes and more by the looks of it. I've got a little knob there as well. Not the biggest, but it's the biggest tomato I've ever grown. I've got a couple more there as well, which I'll be taking to Beamish next weekend. That's an all right one. Well, that little one there, that's a funny one. Take that one. But they're still going as well. Still got a couple more trusses on the top, which is quite cool. The leeks are the leeks. They're covered, and it's just a case of waiting for the rest of the shows. I'll have to come in and pull them out through this week, the ones that I don't need. Yeah, anyways, on the way back, the other day I spotted something online. Now you know what I'm like. I've got an addiction, and I'll show you what my addiction is. So no, my addiction is not just gardening, it's collecting these. So found another Parkway, same one as I've got in my shed. This one water jacket is tight, it's fine. Got all the bits with it, spare door and things as well. I need to clean it out and get it all sorted. You can see on the inside there, I got basically everything that comes with it. I got the shaker bar, I got the track at the bottom. Paid £40. That's all I paid for it. So I'll be sorting that out and cleaning that up and checking to see whether or not it's worth putting that one in the place of the one that I've got. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to wait and see, because you can see with this one, there is a little bit of a gap there. Now I've got some rope seal for it, so I'm just going to debate whether or not it's worth leaving this one in, which I might do, to be quite honest with you, or putting that one in. But time will tell. So still loads and loads to do, and I've got my plan already set for that as well. My backside's going to be, thumb's going to be pulled out my backside come this October, and I'm going to be having a bit of a time off, but I'll tell you a bit more about that when the time comes. And this weekend coming, as it's Monday when I'm uploading this weekend is going to be Beamish show. There is a local show at the sports club, Leek Show open with onions and things, which a lot of the top growers are going to, which is this coming Saturday as well, so I might be able to pop into there. We'll have to see what happens. The main priority will be go to Beamish with the family, because it's what I'm going to spend some more time with the family. Their kids are going to enter some into the shows, and it's all about getting them
excited for it as well, see if they want to join in. So I'll be taking a few goodies up with us as well. I've got my onions to pick, I've got beetroot, I've got a tray full of goodies to take from Grandad's, got all sorts to pick off from. So I'll write my list up, I'll get prepared, and we'll see how things go over the course of the next week. But thank you for everybody much for watching this week. The Marrow is getting really big, which I'm pleased with. It's not the biggest, I've seen bigger out there, but it's the biggest one that I've grown myself, and that's what it's all about, beating my own personal best. So we'll see how things come. 2 weeks till Harrogate, that's the big one for me, and then 4 or 5 weeks till Malvern. So it's going to be an exciting September. So I'll see you next week.